All right, everybody, episode 54 of the 580 show. Welcome back for another week. Going to do everything a little bit differently. This week, we're going to do a little year-end review, talk about our favorite moments from the past year of podcasting. First, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting the pre-workout that we released. It's been awesome. Shipped out to some more states this week. Got some more orders, before Christmas and everything like that. If anyone has any questions, you can check out the supplement facts on our website, 580barbell.com. Then just hit the pre-workout drop down. Send us a DM. Just let us know what you think. Those that have tried it, the feedback has been awesome so far. So thank you guys so much for the support. We talked about it. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? The second flavor is going to be mixed berry. I got a bunch of messages about that. People that are excited for that flavor, people that just aren't necessarily watermelon type flavor people. So I'm really excited to, keep this supplement side of things rolling. But let's get into the episode, boys. Long year of podcasting, a lot of great moments, a lot of really, you look back at them and you see these messages and everything, and you realize I've Riley said it too. Like, I have a horrible memory. So there's some really good ones that I didn't even remember. And I go back and we started this, probably wasn't even on the first, 10, 15, 20 episodes, whatever.
He was a fill-in at the point, and then he did so good we kept him on.
I think episode 12 or 13 was my first one.
Really?
Went back and checked it out.
Yeah. So we kind of got our full setup now after a full year. And honestly though, I'm really proud that we've made it a year, and we're just kind of starting to catch our steam. It seems like everyone's kind of finding their role. We're kind of starting to have some guests on here and there. Viewership's up from when we started. So it's awesome. And I just want to say thank you everyone for the support. So we opened up like a little question thing on Instagram, and then I know we all wrote down some of our favorite moments. So I just, anything you guys want to talk about before we get into like the year that was the 580 show?
This was the first time that I've been on that you were allowed to talk about that thing that you couldn't talk about for the whole year.
So. Oh, that is true.
Yeah, that's true. The big announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Riley announcing it when I wasn't here.
Yeah, Riley, you're like the first ever person to know that I was going to start a supplement company, and then I announced that I had a big announcement, and I did the announcement way too early.
Probably about last quarter.
Probably before that. I could go back and look right now when the big announcement was.
You announced it in Q3, didn't drop till
what was the name of that episode? Big announcement coming? Oh yeah, it was on September 5th.
Yeah, Riley was like just clenching his jaw, biting his teeth, just trying not to talk about it.
Right.
I'm sure that was everybody else's favorite podcast moment when I kept chirping you about that over and over again.
Oh, you know what else I can say about the workout? So Frawley and I talked about it last week on our best ever episode. We are going to be at the Gladiator Games. We're going to have a booth at Kurt's. That's what, February
5th?
Yeah.
February 5th.
That's a Sunday, or that's Saturday?
Sorry, maybe it is the 4th. Let me look.
It's a Saturday. The 5th is Saturday.
Yeah, February 5th.
It's February.
We're going to be at a local CrossFit competition. We're going to have a booth there. And what day is PA Dutch?
March 12th.
11th.
11.
Oh.
March
11th.
No,
no, it's 12th. It's 12th. Wait, is
March?
And you're competing. You don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
March, whatever that Saturday is, March 11th or 12th, we will have a booth at PA Dutch. So we'll be making our way out to the other side of PA, selling some sups. So if you're competing in PA Dutch, it is on March 12th.
Yeah, March 12th.
Come out, say what's up, come support it, buy some pre-workout. And I don't think I'm gonna really try to have mixed berry here by then, but I can't. We'll probably still be just slinging watermelon by then.
Hopefully the production goes a little bit faster than it did this time around due to supply chain, but
yeah,
it's a pandemic.
I really hope.
You never know.
The first time, I just didn't realize, when starting the supplements, how many little tweaking things there were, just to become FDA regulated, everything like that. It was every single day a minor tiny tweak to the label. Right. I have such a new respect for labeling food and items and stuff, because I just would have never thought everything that goes into that to get the the stamps of approval, seal of approval on them for the certain things. So
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
they don't mess around with when it comes to that stuff.
It's pretty easy
so,
to think that there's going to be things going through it the first time that you're not ready for.
So really all that happens for mixed berry will be just literally changing where it says watermelon in the label to mixed berry. So hopefully, hopefully that's pretty quick. I think I may order some more watermelon with that order as well, but we'll see. So yeah, we're going to be popping up at events, hopefully all throughout 2022 as we just continue to grow the supplement. So if you have any interest, anything like that, reach out, buy some. If you're local, just shoot me a DM. I'll deliver it to you, or we'll meet at 580 Barbell, but appreciate all the support. So let's get into this.
One thing real quick. Did you think a year ago, like, I mean, when we start the gym and the podcast, that you'd have a 580 branded pre-workout within a year?
No,
That's pretty crazy.
No, but it really is crazy. I forgot how many pre-workouts me and Tyler sold in college, because I had so many people reach out and they're like, "Is this the same ingredients?" I'm like, "No, dude. I can probably say it now. It's probably past the statute of limitations, but we were literally, for flavoring, we were buying bulk Gatorade flavoring. We bought like a huge thing of lemon lime and a huge thing of blue raz, and we just taste tested, and we just bought all of them and we mixed them by hand in my room in college. I'm like, no, it's not this. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, when I told him I was going to get him some to try, he's like, "Is this homemade or like legit?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "No, it's legit." He's
yeah,
like, "I would have tried it either way," but I was just asking.
The number one, I wish this wasn't true, but the number one comment I've gotten from everyone that's bought it is, "Wow, I didn't expect it to actually taste amazing." I'm like, why didn't you expect it to taste amazing? Like,
I mean,
it's
kind of on brand.
Do you know how many times we tried the damn pre-workout though to make it taste good?
Like, I'm literally like, we did that thing where we stopped taking caffeine for like 14 days. Me, Dante, and Riley did it.
Yeah.
And I could never do that now because I'm addicted to caffeine because of starting a supplement company.
Please take it responsibly.
Yeah, but take it responsibly.
Yeah, don't take 2 scoops right off the bat.
Yeah, I took a mounded scoop today.
Yeah, me too. It was
It
hitting.
hit pretty hard.
This is just turning into the horsepower show. I love it. Anything else about pre-workout?
Nope.
I did not expect to have a supplement company.
Yeah, I just thought about that when we were talking about it.
No, I didn't. I knew we were going to, but I didn't expect it this fast.
To do it within a year of starting your gym is pretty crazy.
Yeah. We gotta put together the footage of a 580 when we first moved in, like before, like when I was fixing it up.
Well, I have that demo one.
Yeah, we can update
it. Yeah.
It's like a time lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the pictures on the website, like when my Block's Strongest had it up
Mhm.
on Monday. You look at those pictures.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy.
was like, whoa.
It doesn't even look like that anymore. You know, the
No.
curtain's gone, the whole back half's open up. Remember, like for months, we only went into the curtain. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that long ago where that curtain was up, and like Josh is like telling people like, "Yeah, we're gonna expand past this, I promise." It doesn't seem like that was that long ago.
it was Memorial Day.
Pretty much the whole thing is filled up.
Yeah. A lot more coming for 2022, I promise. So I've said it a million times. I can't wait to see where this gym is another year from now. It's the progress in 1 year has been amazing. But okay, I'm done. We're going into this year of the 580 show. Everything stupid, crazy, funny, awesome that happened. So let's go. We opened up like a little Q&A. I've got about like 8 moments I want to share that people shared with us. There was some repeats, so I'm just going to share these ones. And it's not necessarily, some aren't moments. Some people just said what they like about the show, so we'll kind of just skim through that. But these are comments. I love the Q&A each week, and I love hearing from various promoters and athletes. I like the Q&A. I like when we have a good Q&A.
I love the Q&A. It's my favorite. It literally is my favorite part. I really like it.
Yeah,
I would say that gets the most. I feel like that just gets like the most conversation going.
It's nice to get people involved.
Yeah,
I will say, almost all the great topics we had that, like, I'm sure we'll all talk about on this episode, a lot of them stem from Q&As.
Yeah,
a lot of them stem from Q&As.
Mhm.
it's hard to just keep coming up with your own ideas to talk about every week. So it's just a
Yeah.
good way to get fresh ideas going.
Yeah, and I mean, if your consumers like they say this is what I want to hear, well, there you go. It's
Talk
free.
about it.
That's who it's
Yeah.
for.
So this next one, this I cracked up when I heard this one because I didn't have this on my list and I forgot about it. But we did a meat Rushmore, and
Yeah.
it said Ben said chicken getting absolutely degraded as it should. Shrimp reigns superior.
Man, I knew I could rely on him.
So
Probably in his marinara sauce.
we talked
yeah,
about what our favorite 4 meats were. If you could only have 4 meats the rest of your life, I could go back and probably tell you in a couple seconds what episode it was. I'll go look, but
I think because it was the title of the episode.
yeah, it was the title. It was Meat Rushmore, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But I mean, we do have a lot of new listeners just from like having guests on and stuff, but I was absolutely appalled that Frawley, it was episode 24, is May 30th, that Frawley would have picked shrimp as a top 4. And he had a little bit of an army behind him, and they're all stupid, but
Man,
okay.
they flew that shrimp flag proudly, baby.
Dude, honestly, Shrimp Army was in full effect.
That's great.
Probably you'll be proud. Miranda, for Christmas Eve tomorrow with my family, Miranda's making shrimp Alfredo. Well, there's going to be chicken too, so you can pick which one you want, but
I picked
We'll
chicken.
see who's right,
there will be
who's
shrimp
wrong.
involved.
You can't go wrong with chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
But
so good.
But big of me, Frawley, I said that I do like shrimp. It's lunacy to have it in your top 4 of all time. And the silent majority did agree with me, I will say.
No, they didn't.
People are scared of Frawley for
Josh had 2 people on his side message him. That he calls that.
I had a lot of people. I had an overwhelming. I almost had to change my number.
All right, he had 3.
It's weird how he says this for every argument he has.
It's true, baby.
Like I had so many people message me privately that were on
He's
my-
not wrong.
No one will come out
Fanatics-
publicly though.
I got my own fan base, Riley. I know the Fanatics are crazy, but
Flinniots,
The
baby.
Flinniots.
yeah, so that meat Rushmore, that was an awesome moment. This one says the recap of Nationals was awesome and their favorite. So I will say that Nationals, even though Dante and I, we didn't do very well as we wanted to, it was still my favorite moment, like in Strongman of the Year, because I just genuinely, I learned a lot. I met so many awesome competitors that I talk to, it seems like almost every day now. And I think as a competitor, it helped me for the next years to come, just from how much I learned and how much I know to expect moving forward. So Nationals was definitely a fun one. It was a good group event.
That was I liked looking back and like thinking about the group in the hotel room after day 1.
Oh,
Right,
my
like
God.
we all like huddled together around the mic, like talking about the day. Like
Mhm.
that's a cool memory to look back on. Even if, like you said, you guys didn't do as well as you wanted to, but like we still had good memories, even though like the show didn't go the way you wanted it to. So
That's part of it though. You have to capture that part of it.
Yeah.
You gotta capture the downfall part of it too, because it's real.
Right.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and like I was like Frawley said, we all huddled up. I'm like trying to get as many calories as I can down for the next day. Just got out of the ice bath, so I'm like shaking uncontrollably. We're filming. We have like Furby. We had like 13 people in there.
Mhm.
That was a good. Nationals was fun.
Yeah.
This is my favorite comment so far, because this one I think we end up talking about this a lot, just like on Instagram and stuff, and got like some good engagement. But it was the wedding cookies.
Oh,
That one still hits sometimes.
Yeah,
You still get people tagging us on Lady Locks or some other
So
cookies.
how did that start? We were just talking on the pod, and
I think it was someone's question, wasn't it?
Yeah, somebody asked what's your favorite wedding cookie, and Dante
Was
said
it?
Lady Locks, and we realized how stupid he was.
yeah.
Okay.
But people,
That's when you
Well,
realized how stupid I was,
that
right?
wasn't one
Sorry.
real-
I think we talked about the cookie table being only a Western PA, like Eastern Ohio thing.
Right.
Mhm.
And
So
then
if
someone
you-
asked what was your favorite one.
Yeah, so if you're not from where we're from, at every single wedding we have, there is a cookie table at the wedding. It's like, and I didn't know that other weddings didn't have it.
I can't believe it's not. It just seems weird that it's not.
But like all the moms get together and just cook a bazillion cookies. And Dante said if he could have one cookie the rest of his life, he would have a lady lock.
You said cookie table. I didn't say for the rest of my life. I said if I wanted one
If you
cookie,
wanted,
if I wanted
so-
one thing from the cookie table, it's a lady lock. And lady locks are at the cookie table,
But
so I don't want to hear it.
that's basically
That's-
cookie
that's the
because
same
what
thing.
good cookie is not a cookie table?
It's more of a pastry.
so wait, so Dante, if I asked you if you could have one cookie the rest of your life, or if you could have one cookie at a cookie table, those would be two separate answers.
Yeah,
How and why?
because a lady lock's not a cookie. But if something's at the cookie table, I want a lady lock. I like lady locks more than cookies.
Oh, all right, moving on.
Don't
What's your
question
favorite cookie then? No, what's your favorite? I'm not letting them get away with this. What's your favorite cookie then?
what are those like? It's like the peanut butter chocolate ones. What are those ones
They have
called?
the ones they have at weddings all the time.
Yeah, but I like
So
lady
you
locks
would-
more than
so
them.
you
Like a
bypass.
Buckeye?
Yeah,
that what it
Buckeye. I
is?
think that's what it
Okay,
was.
so you bypass your all-time favorite that is at a wedding table, every single one I've been to, and surpass it for something that you wouldn't have as your last cookie.
Well, the thing is, I can eat as many lady locks as I want, and I still won't get full. So I feel like I can just keep enjoying those.
But wait, also, haven't you only been to one wedding?
I've been to 3.
You've been to 3 now in the past year?
Yep.
And you pick Lady Lock at every one?
Wait, didn't we just talk before the pod that Dante's only ever been to one wedding?
I thought so too. That's what I was referring to. when
This
I
year
said
was
that.
the first year I've ever been to weddings.
And there's 3. And you had just,
So
you,
just-
don't-
So just
you,
to
you saw all
recap.
the cookies there. This is
There's only
Recent.
cookie
You saw
table at 2.
Okay, so just to recap this topic, it seems like we've come really far on it. If there was a cookie table at a wedding, Dante would undeniably have Lady Lock. But if he could only have one cookie the rest of his life that is also at the wedding table, he would walk by that cookie and not eat it and have the Lady Lock, his favorite.
to be
cookie.
fair, maybe it wasn't that hit the ones he was at. If he's only been at 2 of the cookie table.
There's
it's
never
possible.
not Buckeyes. Are you shitting me?
Right? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the
Raleigh.
doubt.
Just I can't.
All right, enough of this. We've had 20
No, no,
episodes
no,
talking
no,
about this.
I
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
this
no,
conversation.
no. No.
I can't. I can't do it. What's the
It
next
doesn't-
question?
you have to understand it doesn't make sense. What
It
you're
doesn't
saying
have to make
doesn't
sense. It's just reality. Reality doesn't always make sense, Josh.
that,
Next question.
it's exhausting. Nothing you say makes sense.
Makes sense to me. That's all that matters.
That's fair.
Disavow that, Josh.
It's stupid. Jimmy told me his favorite. We were talking to Jim was the 40-yard dash.
Oh, that still needs to happen, huh?
Yeah, we still haven't done that. So
That's by far the most talked about thing that has come from 580 barbell. I'm ashamed that it's the most talked about thing from an entire year of my gym and my dream finally coming true. But Dante said in the gym that he ran a 4.4740, and he said it with a dead serious face. And if you have any idea about a 40-yard dash, you know he never even came close to doing that.
it was 1/100th of
And
a
he's-
second slower than Justin Fields at
And
the
he
combine.
said, and he still says that he did it. He's never disavowed.
I said it
that.
was unofficial time, but I've hit that unofficially. Like on the coach's stopwatch.
Yep.
Wasn't in a combine or anything. It was on
Yeah,
the
but
field.
He said he
rugby
ran a
practice.
4.47 time.
Josh, I might have said this on the original one, but like I feel like when Bruce was clocking people with baseball, people were running like 3.1s.
Yeah, we were all like smart enough to be like, yeah, we know we're not running like a 3.1. Our coach is just putting a dip in and not paying attention. But Dante's
stopped
like,
it
yeah,
halfway.
I actually ran a 4.47.
And we'll find out when summertime when
Yes,
we do
we
the
will.
580 track events.
Yes, we will. If your number starts with a 4,
No shot.
I will give you a year supply of horsepower for free if your number starts with
You're
a 4.
first.
Deal.
What do I get if it doesn't?
Year supply of Grant Mountain.
There we go.
That's fair.
Okay. Bunch of people said when they were on the podcast as their favorite moment. Someone else told me I got a couple texts. I don't know why they didn't just put it on the Instagram thing, but I got texts for favorite moments. But I'll have to go back and look. Okay, so Riley, name one of your favorite moments from the year.
You believing that dinosaurs never existed.
I still do kind of believe that. But can I say something?
Don't say the thing where you're like, I don't think they existed as people think they did.
I don't. That's what the whole thing stemmed as. I don't
No,
think dinosaurs.
You said you believe they
Do
never
you think
existed
that I
at all.
believe that there wasn't
Yeah,
anything
you
there?
said that. You said
No,
that.
I didn't. No, I didn't. Go look at the tape. I said that I don't think there was huge T-Rexes and everything. And just because you guys watched Jurassic Park and went to the airport when you were little and there's that big statue thing, you're like, oh yeah, dinosaurs are real. No, you have no idea.
Did you see that they found a preserved dinosaur this week?
Yeah, Riley sent it to me. Don't worry.
Yep, that's my proof.
That's good proof.
No.
It
You
says
know what?
dinosaur embryo.
Literally one of my favorite moments ever. The stupidest thing. Dumber than anything Dante did on the podcast. Riley said that he had proof for dinosaurs being real.
Yes.
He did the whole week. And then he literally played a 30-second TikTok of a lady saying she believed dinosaurs are real. And that was Riley's proof.
Wasn't it with like aliens or something too?
Something about an alien invasion.
It was the most insane thing that he actually was being dead serious that was his proof for dinosaurs being real.
That was like the first time he ever did his homework.
Yeah,
Did it wrong.
I was
Bro,
just scrolling.
he
No, I
hyped
was
it up.
just scrolling through TikTok and I just saw one about dinosaurs and I sent it.
Literally Monday
my
to
research.
Saturday, he hyped it up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shut Josh up on Saturday. I'm gonna shut him up. He plays a TikTok on our podcast. He played a TikTok. I mean, how stupid.
I mean, I'm right. I don't have to have good proof. I'm right.
Okay, yeah, that's
Ugh.
true. That's it. That's what everyone with proof says. I don't need proof. I'm right. There's great evidence, Riley. Frawley, what was one of your favorite moments from this year?
Oh man,
I had dinosaurs for one of mine, Riley, by the way.
the Oreo is a cookie.
I knew that was coming.
Uh,
Riley's like, but like, is it really a cookie? Like, yeah, Oreos are a cookie.
See, that's another Q&A, right? That was our Mount Rushmore of cookies.
Yeah, and Riley's like, well, like if somebody if somebody says they made you a
that's a
dozen,
solid argument.
they show up with a dozen cookies and it's Oreos. Like, are you gonna be happy about it? Well,
And
yeah. I mean, it's Oreos. Who
No.
doesn't like Oreos?
No.
the best
Oh.
part ever was when someone I forget who said it. I think it was Dante or Frawley. Someone goes, wait, the packaging says Milk's
does.
favorite cookie.
Milk
So Oreo was endorsing themselves as a cookie and Riley's defending them.
as not being a cookie.
So
I
got
could
that-
endorse myself as a world's strongest man competitor. It doesn't mean it's true.
I mean, they do
I
call you.
got-
They do call you the Bobby Thompson.
An Oreo
They
is a
do.
cookie.
They
I
say
got
it
that
is.
texted to me like 2 or 3 times, the Oreo one.
I actually had a silent minority on my side on that.
What
No,
went through your head?
they-
Like, what goes through your head to think that an Oreo is not?
What I said.
No, like say it
I
again.
like
for the people
I
that-
like Oreos. I have nothing against Oreos.
But you say
I
it's not
like them.
cookie.
I enjoy them. But like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if someone's like, "Hey, can you bring cookies to my party?" and I show up with a pack of Oreos, they're gonna look at me like I have 6 heads.
But,
See, I don't think
They
they're
aren't. No, they're not.
Yes,
wait. Yes, they first off, yes, they would. I will defend Riley on that. Like, if you're bringing gifts, like if
Like,
I'm
if
going
I go to Christmas and they're like, "Hey, can you get cookies for
Yeah.
Christmas?" and I show
So,
up with
like, are
Oreos,
you
they're gonna be
saying that an Oreo is not a homemade cookie? Because that's true.
no, but you can make homemade Oreos.
Mm.
You can make anything homemade.
Look. Like, I will say, like, if I went to my company Christmas party and they're like, yeah, everyone bring like something, Josh, you got dessert, and I show up with a sleeve of Oreos, they're gonna be like, yeah, that kid's an idiot.
that was my argument.
But-
It's true.
But Riley, with your argument, you like, if you say Riley has a Super Bowl party and he's like, yeah, bring food, and I bring the most expensive, I bring gold flaked wings, he's gonna be like, what the hell, why did you bring? But it's still food. Just because it's not appropriate doesn't mean it's not food, and just because it's not appropriate for a specific setting that you're saying to fit your dumb narrative.
But that was my
doesn't mean
argument.
it's not a
That,
cookie.
like, when I think of cookies, I think of like actual like baked
That's fine.
cookies. And I
That's
think
fine.
of
You can
Oreos
think
more
that.
like candy. Like, I associate Oreos with like
You're wrong, dude. There's no person alive
Like
that
Reese
thinks
cups.
Oreo is
When-
like
I
Reese.
would Oreos are more in like the candy category for me than cookies.
No.
That's just
When
a personal preference.
When I think of cookie,
what I
I think
think.
of a chocolate chip, the first thing that comes to my mind. But that doesn't mean that every other cookie isn't a real cookie.
You're telling me you think an Oreo is more like a Twix bar than a chocolate chip cookie? Like,
Yeah.
bro, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Oreo has gotten the most free
In my-
advocates from this podcast
in my
the
head.
history of podcasts.
They better
I
start
got-
paying up.
I
Yeah.
got cookies over here. I got snickerdoodles. I got chocolate chip. I got peanut butter over here. I got Oreos, Reese Cups.
The
You
sad
also have
part,
the
Hershey
most
bars.
demented brain of all time.
the sad
Well,
part is we rip on Dante all the time, but Riley says some stupid shit too.
Riley said the dumbest.
At least
Yeah,
I believe
Oreo
in
is
dinosaurs.
If you rank the
Josh just
top
gets away
5
with
dumbest
saying he thought
moments,
dinosaurs never existed.
top
People
5
don't say it.
dumbest moments from this podcast, Riley be 1, and then Dante's 2 through 50.
No, you saying dinosaurs never existed.
But Riley did
Riley's got
take.
a point.
Riley
You
Riley
saying
did
dinosaurs
take
never
number
existed.
one.
One.
Hey.
I acknowledge Oreos exist.
Okay.
You
So
never
you
acknowledge
exist
I
as
don't
a
think
cookie.
that was
They say
ever the
Milk's
thing.
favorite
You
cookie.
never
They say Milk's
acknowledge
favorite
that.
cookie, and you acknowledge that. Idiot.
Acknowledge that dinosaurs
You're
existed.
chasing your own tail, buddy.
Acknowledge that dinosaurs existed.
It's kind of like the
Can't do
eclair
that.
cake versus the eclair pie conversation.
That's a good one.
Uh,
That's a good one.
my Aunt Amy was fired up.
So what does
so-
Aunt Amy call it?
What is it?
What does Aunt Amy call her? Eau Claire or eclair or whatever? Is it a
So-
pie or a cake?
So I did my homework.
Okay.
Being a big journalist, I asked her. I said, because we call it eclair cake.
Okay. So
But I
she-
said, I went up to her and I'm like, Aunt Amy, you know the podcast you're on? She's like, yeah, I think so, whatever. And like, I'm like, so we talk about it all the time. Is it an eclair cake? Is it a pie? She goes, oh yeah, it's a pie. I'm like, why do we call it cake? She goes, it's just the name of the dessert. She goes, but it's a pie. She goes, it's clear as day a pie.
What was the one thing I found in the store? Do you remember what it was called? Was it the pie or the cake? Like that little, like, the
I don't
dollar
know.
pies.
I think
or
it was
the-
called pie on the
Yeah.
actual box.
Yeah.
But
Did we
my
ever look
family,
up
for whatever
what
reason,
the actual
calls
difference
it
between a
eclair.
cake and a pie is? Is
Well,
it
look,
like having a crust on the top? Is that the difference?
I don't know, but Aunt Amy needs to make a Claire cake for all of us for like a strongman Saturday or something. Dude, wait till you guys have it. It's seriously the best dessert of all time.
I'm
Like
like,
the best. But you guys have never had it, have you? Like other than like, see, I have it at every single family gathering we've ever had.
I remember
Never
when
not had
we
eclair.
took all the eclairs down at that Chinese buffet in Robinson.
Yeah,
We did do that.
facts.
We
That's a good
cleaned them
memory.
out of eclairs.
Was it that one by the mall?
Mhm.
Yes.
That one was anabolic. That was one of the best Chinese buffets.
You
Can't have
know,
buffets anymore.
can I say one of my favorite? This is my number one favorite thing, and I wish it would have stuck. It was just too early on in the podcast, and we just didn't have like many listeners and much engagement yet. But it was the discount codes for Riley.
Yes.
So I woke up. So I woke up on the wrong side of the bed one day, and I saw like just notice a trend of everyone's like a sponsored athlete now. Like, you know, everyone's got like a 5-10% discount code saying they're a sponsored athlete. So I'm like, you know, no offense to Riley, but he's a novice strongman competitor. He could get discount codes if he wanted to.
Putting it nicely.
So we had submissions. People submitted for in Riley's behalf to be a sponsored athlete by their brand. And we got some hilarious ones. Like,
I don't even remember what Jimmy's was.
Jimmy's was Jimmy the Asian.
Like clothing company, yeah.
So Jimmy was an Asian clothing company. And then what was Tyler's?
I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
What was it?
Was it something with plants? Is that it? No.
No. Oh, I got it. Man, I wish I could
I remember that. I was a listener at the point. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny, and I wish it would have stuck, you know. So maybe for 2022 we'll bring back a discount code contest for Riley.
But I feel like we might actually have people now that could just get codes like that.
Yeah. But that was so funny. What else were your guys' favorite moments? Riley, you got another one? Dante, you got one? You haven't named one yet.
I said eclair cake, but I also like the
Oh, you
anime part. Trying to convince you guys to watch anime.
Josh liked
I-
anime for a week. He said he was the biggest anime guy ever, and he watched one anime show for a week.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I watched multiple anime series.
Hater. Still hate it.
Baki
I-
and
The one on
the one
Amazon.
he doesn't even know the
I
name.
gotta go look at the name.
Wait,
Josh-
I was afraid you were gonna ask me.
He was on a kick for a
you know
while.
anime?
You thought I was just gonna let you off the hook? You just claimed to be an anime guy. You watched one show and
It's
then another one, you
Dororo.
don't remember the name of it?
Dororo. That show. I watched it. Good
How many
show.
episodes?
But I will say I'm not an anime guy. Like I tried, I gave it a shot, but I'm not an anime guy.
I want an
fair.
apology.
It's
It
not for
creeps me
everybody.
out. I can't keep
creeps
attention.
me
It
out.
I
stinks.
want an apology. You shamed me because I didn't like Baki.
I apologize. Anime stinks.
Thank you. That's a
I'm
public.
not an anime guy.
You're on the complete other side now.
Wait, is Yu-Gi-Oh anime?
Yeah.
Okay, a
Stinks.
And Pokemon.
little bit.
Stinks.
So
Pokemon's
we're
anime.
mainstream anime guys. Like I can do Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon.
I can play Pokemon, but I'm not gonna watch. I don't like watching Pokemon.
Yeah, bang.
Oh, I watched it every single day.
Yeah, when you were 7.
Reminiscent.
You're 27 now.
And?
Yep.
Yeah, so he doesn't like He doesn't watch Pokemon anymore.
He watches
Or-
rerun.
I'd
he
go
doesn't.
back and watch the original.
Riley doesn't
Pokemon.
even have cable. He doesn't watch
No
Pokemon.
need cable.
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Hey, thanks. Next question.
You guys stink.
I got your back, Route.
Anime
you.
stinks.
Per usual.
Can't believe you're like so far on the other side now. You might start offending some people.
Yeah, football season started again. I watched real stuff.
Oh, real, NFL's supposed to be
I-
rigged, right, Josh?
I was bored watching, wizards shoot stars at people.
You don't watch the Pirates anymore in the summer.
No, disavow.
Disavow. That's a freaking throwback.
Disavow the Buccos.
Disavow it, Josh. Riley, what did you have to disavow? That's one of my favorites.
Apparently, because I said it was in a movie, Josh believed that I thought the Earth was actually hollow.
No, you were
Is that-
defending me because I
No,
said
no. Yeah, thank you, Dante.
Dante,
Riley was defending Dante. Another stupid moment.
Because
probably
he said it
12th
happened in
12th of the
Godzilla.
year. Dante said there could be a hollow Earth theory. There
No,
was another-
that's
that
not
was
what I
another
said.
question.
That's not what
that's
happened.
not what I
at all.
said.
Yes, I just listened to it.
what happened? Tell us. Tell the
We're-
listener.
We were saying, we were talking about if there was a Hollow Earth, and I said it could be like, if it was, it could be like the Godzilla movie thing.
Yeah, Godzilla's stupid too.
And Riley said, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, I said it happened in the movie. He's right.
You wouldn't say it. You would not reference
You
the
would
movie
not
because
disavow.
You wouldn't give Josh the satisfaction. That's
Well,
what.
that's what happened. Yeah,
And then Josh
No,
it's
said
not that I
that
believe that it's real. It's
Josh
that
said disavow at 47
I
times.
just want to scream it right now, just because it feels so good to scream disavow.
God forbid somebody actually sticks up for me for once on this podcast.
Yeah.
No,
You're
look.
welcome.
Can I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
So a listener asked Hollow Earth theory ? And I asked, I literally said it out loud. I'm like, I don't know what this means, but Hollow Earth theory. And you guys are like, yeah, it's that thing from like Godzilla.
In
then
that one rock movie.
yeah, and then you guys said Dante said it could be a real thing, then
I don't think
you-
that happened.
and then you defended him. And
If
I'm
he
like,
said that,
"You
I
guys
didn't
are
hear it."
Stupid.
I was still referencing Godzilla when I said it.
That was a funny moment though.
That was great. You said disavow. Seriously, I want to go back and count how many times you said it.
The disavow counter would do
Ting,
freaking
ting,
numbers.
ting, ting, ting. It'd be like an odometer.
Yes, you know
Staples
on
easy button.
what's the show where you get points on ESPN?
Around the horn.
Yeah, around the horn. We need a around the horn soundboard. When someone makes a good point, it goes ding, and when they make a bad one, it goes like that show.
And when Dante has one of his stroke moments, we just mute him.
Yes, we just freeze his ass out.
And
the
then
rest of
clunk,
the
clunk,
podcast.
clunk, clunk, because he loses all the points.
Let me ask you guys a question. How long are we in, Dante? How long is this episode?
I don't know. I didn't start the timer.
No. So what's your guys' favorite, or what's your guys' biggest regret from this year? Like something, I have one that is blatantly comes up. I can say it. I know we weren't planning on talking about this, but I was looking through the old episodes. My biggest regret is not ever being able to execute the Pig Out Classic.
That's a big one.
That was
Yeah, that just
that
got
would have
thrown
been
to the
so
wayside.
awesome. What's that?
was so
That got thrown to the wayside.
Yeah, it just
Life happened.
That
yeah.
honestly could have been bigger than the breast cancer shirts.
Dude, it would have been. We had 40 people signed up to come eat pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
40.
And sponsored and all that.
Maybe we'll try to resurrect that in 22.
Dude, it would be great. I got
I think
shit.
I had like 15 different people sponsoring me.
So did
yeah.
I. Yeah.
I had like 10 sponsors booked.
Yeah.
Something
But-
to think about.
Biggest regret. That's tough, man.
Mine
I regret not doing videos on YouTube earlier.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that would have, because honestly a lot of people like watching the videos, and like our viewership has gone up since we've done that on both platforms. So I feel like that helps us make a bigger target audience. But I'm glad we started it in the end, but I wish we kind of started a little earlier too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Is this just podcast wise or what?
Yeah, podcast. I mean, you can talk about 580 too,
Related to 580.
but yeah, I mean that's tough. I kind of just spurred that, sprung
I
that
think-
on you guys. It's hard to think about that.
I think I'd say I wish I would have started strongman a little bit sooner.
We tried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still started in the spring.
Sacco's gonna love that comment.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah, I
wish you
should have
would-
taken it more
Still,
seriously.
still,
sooner.
still haven't started. According
Yeah.
to him.
Not bad for a power lifter.
Not bad for a powerlifter.
Well, I just remember Frawley's transition and actually training on Strongman Saturday. Come down,
Remember how
come down to watch.
grumpy and disgusted Frawley used to look when he
I don't know
used to
how
go
I
at, like
I don't know
11
how different
o'clock.
that is compared to now though. Like it can't
Because
be
you
that
actually,
much
because you actually show up and look like enthused and excited
Yeah.
about doing strongman.
Frawley used to wear his little slippers and his PJs and a little beanie and like just.
He's like, I don't think I
grumpy
could do this. I don't think I could
grouch.
wake up and do this. And then you just started doing it. It's crazy.
different. Yeah. Worst decision of my life.
We talked about nationals too.
Yep.
We went to PA Dutch this past year in March. That was a really fun trip. Like it was Dante's first win in the open class. We both qualified for nationals, him and I. That was like our first, like, for the podcast, like, trip kind of thing that we did. Even for like, really, that was our first trip for the gym because a
Right.
bunch of us went.
I honestly didn't expect everyone to come, like all those people to come. I
Yeah, it
did,
was fun.
but I'm glad everyone did because it really kind of opened the door for a lot of things. So
Yeah, it
That was
did.
when-
It was a really fun time.
That was
you know what is funny though? I was cleaning up my computer the other day and I did find the old audio of Riley, Kip, and Frawley in the car on the unreleased podcast episode.
Oh my god.
that
That
was
was
when a Riley
terrible.
and Frawley alliance was formed, baby.
Dude, that's one thing we could talk about is how many. So you guys, I told them to film a podcast on the way out. Threw it out the window. So
I,
they
s- I
filmed
still
it in
have
time.
it. We might be able to release it unreleased.
No,
bonus
people
episode.
are gonna pay for that on our Patreon one day. I'm
No,
serious.
I don't really remember it much, but I remember it being pretty bad.
Some
remember
of it was
every time-
hilarious.
I remember every time we hit record, we just didn't know what to say. And then every time we stopped recording, we just have the most like
That's how it goes.
enthusiastic
That's
conversation.
how it
ever.
goes.
You know how many times we've started started this podcast and stopped it throughout this
Oh yeah,
year?
that's one of my
It's-
favorite moments.
It's never like, it's just we laugh for no reason when I say, all right guys, like episode, and then I don't know why we do
Oh
it.
no,
but-
most of the time I
Throwback.
do it on purpose.
Throwback to fight
Like
night.
every time I
Oh,
I
God,
try to
fight night.
just get Josh to mess up and he gets pissed off.
Ah.
That's
you
my
wanna-
favorite thing to do.
If you're just getting into the episode, go back and listen to Fight Night. We watch UFC fights in my house and just see what you think of the episode. It took us an hour to start that up. Maybe over an hour to start recording.
I
that.
seriously think it took us like 2.5 hours to record that episode.
I will
like, from
never,
start to
I will
finish.
never forget the moment when I said "wiggle dickers" on the podcast, and Frawley lost his skull. He
I don't think
laughed.
Frawley hasn't stopped saying it since.
I say it
His favorite
constantly.
thing to say.
I still say it. That was episode 19 for reference.
I called Frawley a wiggle dicker, and I thought his eyes were gonna pop out of his head. How hard he was laughing.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Oh my god! I
Still
can
one of my
never-
favorite terms to this day.
Oh my gosh,
I say it at work now. It's hilarious.
dude, it's the funniest thing to say. I love it. What was your guys' favorite? So we had a bunch of guests on this year, in the past year, and I do appreciate everyone that takes the time to come on and just like chirp with us. We've had a pretty decent variety of guests. We're not really a guest reliant show, but when it makes sense and stuff. Our biggest interview was Rob Kearney and Rod Hardesty. That was probably our biggest interview. We recently had Anthony Furman on too. But what was your guys' favorite? You guys have a favorite interview?
I like Furman. I like Furman. Just the way how he like kind of opened up a lot about Clash before like he actually went public with it on our platform too.
We had Mauser on in the first 10 episodes. Me, Dante, and Riley talked to him at the Reverse Hyper at
Wasn't it the
580.
dinosaur episode?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
That was
I
on,
think-
that was on our audio.
It
wasn't
might have been
the
him that
best.
asked about that originally.
I think so, Riley.
He brought up dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think so. I think my favorite, I mean, like you said, the Robin Rod was probably our biggest episode, but I think my favorite was Ken.
I was gonna say that
Because when Ken came on, like Ken gave us a lot of perspective behind the scenes at World's Strongest Man, but like also with training and also with like just a number, like he just had a wealth of knowledge just from being such a high level competitor consistently. And it was, it worked out because he was your guys' coach at the time. So
yeah. Is there anyone you guys want to have on for, and I'm talking to the listeners too. Like if you're listening right now, is there someone you guys want us to have on? It's surprisingly not that hard to get guests.
Yeah. I mean,
people in strongman and strength training related are pretty easy. Yeah. Everyone's so nice. So Vaughn made a couple appearances this year.
Yeah.
That was nice.
We don't have a world record.
Yeah, he was on twice.
Yeah.
Cuzzy Kurt. Is there someone you guys like would want to have on for this upcoming year? I mean, it's tough because like we just kind of go with the flow, and it's like, oh, when this
so we don't want to like interview people. It's like if, like you said, if they just like come up in conversation or we talk about something that they're involved in, that's when we really kind of want to get them on to kind of elaborate so they can actually explain more than what we know. So
in the next 2 episodes, you guys are gonna get a week off. It's gonna be me and some of the top. We're gonna have national champion Andrew Haynes is gonna be on with Cody Abel back, and we're probably gonna throw another top 80 kilo guy in and have us 4 kind of just talk about. We've got Clash coming up, so we'll probably do it around like the qualifying series time. And just kind of talk about our weight class specifically. Cody's episode did great, and he was such a good guest too. I forgot about him. So we had a lot of people contribute this year.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you got to have the right people and the right, like the Furman coming up in conversation and then having them on the next week was like the perfect example of what we try to do.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think like in strongman who I would want to have on.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to think about. Because I can't think of it.
Right, like you said, a lot of people are pretty responsive and pretty open to being participation in this kind of stuff. So I feel like if we just really dig down and kind of see what's going on in strongman, we could probably work something out.
Yeah. I like Bobby Thompson. He's just our guy. Like Bobby, we don't even know Bobby Thompson. He's just we're like the biggest me and Riley, the biggest Bobby Thompson stands of all time.
I don't. You guys are sleeping on Frawley. He loves him.
Dude. Whenever we were talking about World's Strongest Man this year, I was like, Bobby Thompson's my guy.
Yeah, Frawley hyped him up so much. You guys, don't sleep on Frawley with this.
I will never
forget. He's probably the first strongman person I followed on Instagram, like way before I was into it.
Riley, do you remember how it happened?
Not exactly, no.
So the first time I saw Bobby was when he qualified to compete on the big stage at the Arnold. So the previous year, that means he won like, the amateur Arnold. So he got the 10th spot. Yep. And I was watching the live events and they were calling everyone's name out. And I literally saw Bobby Thompson. I'm like, dude, this guy's a freak. He's like the lowest ranked guy like out there. He's just an underdog. I sent Riley. I'm like, Riley, you need to look at this guy. You would be a Bobby Thompson guy. And we just started the Bobby Thompson fan club. And it was definitely Riley's first ever strongman he followed. Now Riley's compared to him daily by all the Fanatics.
Mm-hmm. People gotta stop calling me that.
Flinniots stand up.
So maybe we'll have Bobby on in 2022 and hopefully some other. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of other guests. But anything else you guys want to talk about from this last year?
Man, what a ride it's been. It's just honestly, it's hilarious. Like it was actually really fun to sit here and just talk about like all the dumb shit that we've done through the year and all the dumb topics that we've come up and how much we make fun of each other. And it's just, it's great. It's so great.
It's a real inside episode, but I think people will like it. Like I think the people that have listened with us like from the beginning will really appreciate it. And like, hopefully they hear some like moments that they forgot about too, but it's crazy. I genuinely look forward to doing this podcast every week. I am so proud that we've never missed a week of this. Like we've never missed a week of recording and we never will. Like as long as this podcast is going, we're going to stay consistent. We plug and play when we need to, but we've never missed a Sunday night upload in 54 weeks. We've never missed.
We've come close a couple times, but we always manage to get it out.
Yeah, we always will. We'll find a way.
the group might change, the people that are on it might change, but you know what? Every week you can depend on the 580 show coming out at Sunday at 7. So
It's never bigger than the Shield.
it's fact. It's all about right
No.
here.
Man, with 580 this whole year, the gym, the podcast, now the supplements, I'm so thankful for everyone that, whether you've liked a post or purchased a product or you're a member of the gym, no matter how you've supported us, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm so thankful for you guys for the support and, just excited to see where 2022 takes us. We're going to have a big supplement company by the end of 2022, a way bigger, better gym than we already have, new apparel, just continue to take it to the next level. So, man, thank you guys so much for coming along for the ride. And we're seriously just getting started. I think about the first time we recorded this podcast, me, Riley, and Dante sat at a table that had my paint supplies that I was getting ready to paint the walls at the gym. And we sat around a table with one of our laptops and one mic and recorded the first episode of this podcast. We didn't have the new equipment in the gym yet, and we were recording it. And it's just crazy to see from here to there, So thank you guys so much. Anyone have anything else to add before we wrap it up?
I just think we're in a good position right now to really help grow and promote the sport of strongman and other strength sports. So we want to collab and help people out and have them help us and kind of spread the love and wealth of strongman. So be on the lookout for more stuff that we're getting involved with, and we're excited.
Please subscribe. One way, if you're not in the area, obviously a couple ways you can help, like support us if you want to, is buy apparel when we drop it. Buy 580 pre-workout by Horsepower. It's available right now. But if you don't want to spend money, a really big way you can help us support is like our stuff on Instagram and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. That helps us so much. So any new subscribers are much appreciated, and follows and likes and everything like that. So if you don't need to spend money to support us. So we appreciate it from top down. So thank you guys.
Let's get to 200 subscribers.
Yep.
We're at 118 right now.
Paul, do you have anything?
No, I mean, I think you guys covered it pretty well. I mean, I'm looking forward to 2022 with the gym, with 580 as a brand itself. It's only up from here, and it's only going to get better. And like Dante said, we're just trying to help strongman and other strength sports grow. So let's continue and see where we go.
Yep. If somebody you guys want to see us collab with, let us know.
Yeah, I will say, if you're a listener too and you've never been to the gym, make that a priority, because that was originally what this all was about, was growing the gym. And if you've just listened to us four idiots, like you haven't really experienced what 580 is, like you need to come on a Saturday and see what it's all about, because it's not just us four. There's so many people there that make it great, and that's what it was about originally, and that's what we wanted to do. And now we're at a point where we're at a good spot there, and we can start growing strongman in general. But that's what it was all about, and that's what makes 580 great.
Great point.
Perfectly said. Thank you guys.
All right.
All right.